striyam iti sayantanim sandhyam asura pramadayatim pralobhayantim jagruh matva mudha dhiya striyam. Synonyms, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iti, in this way, Sayantanim, the evening, Sandhyam, twilight, Asura, the demons, Pramadayatim, behaving like a wanton woman, Pralobhayantim, alluring, Jagruh, seized, Matva, thinking to be, Mudhadhiya, unintelligent, Istriyam, a woman. Translation. The Asuras, clouded in their understanding, took the evening twilight to be a beautiful woman, showing herself in her alluring form, and they seized her. Purport. The Asuras are described here as Mudhadhiya, meaning that they are captivated by ignorance. Just like the ass, the demons were captivated by the false, glaring beauty of this material form, and thus they embraced her. Say the Mangalacharam. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Tarine Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Sa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. The Asuras, clouded in their understanding, took the evening twilight to be a beautiful woman, showing herself in her alluring form, and they seized her. We are reading that section of Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord Brahma is creating all these Gandharvas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Asuras, demons. And here, so far we have read that how without any intelligence, when these are created, they attacked Lord Brahma himself. And then Lord Brahma approached Sri Bhagwan and he told him to get rid of his body. And then Now we are at this verse where the twilight is created, and then they asuras are mesmerized by or enchanted by the beauty of this alluring form, and they seized her. So I wanted to actually go ahead and discuss few important points here, which are the important words, and then the context. Before that, please accept my humble obeisances, all the symbol Vaishnavas. Pay to your lotus feet. I sincerely pay my humble obeisances to His Grace Madhupati Prabhu for engaging me in this seva. I seek your blessing so that I can add some value to this hour. Sandhyam. Sandhyam is the joining. There are 3 sandhyas in the day. Morning sandhya, which is right now, almost now, which is the joining of the day and night. So night is about to finish and day is about to begin. Then there is a sandhya in the midday, where forenoon is about to finish and afternoon is to begin. And then there is third sandhya, which is in the evening, where the day is about to finish and night is about to begin. Now, all these 3 sandhyas are meant for prayers and meditations. You may recall, from your younger days, that especially in the evening, morning as well, and then afternoon as well, it should be. So we we see that, how in the morning we clean ourselves, wash ourselves, and then we spare some time to do our japa, meditation, arati. Similarly, the afternoon sandhya should also be used for the same. And those who are, Brahman initiated and have their gayatris, they are supposed to chant their gayatri during the morning sandhya, afternoon sandhya, and evening sandhya. And similarly, in the evening sandhya is also for the same. I recall when I was young, generally come from playing outside by this time, and then mother and father will tell that please clean yourself, at least wash your feet, wash your hands, and Bhagwan ji ko diya dikha dein, Deepak, light a lamp for Tulsi Maharani, light a lamp for in front of Bhagwan ji. Yeah. Then you sit and then do your studies. We also chant this mantra daily during our arti when we do Sansar Dava, and we are promising in this arati, right? Yasya prasada bhagvat prasado, yasya prasada na gati kutopi, dhyayam stam tasya yasas tri sandhyam. I'm promising that at least, thrice a day, I will do the meditation and the prayer. Tri sandhya, these 3 times. That's the translation of this verse. Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindam, to that Guru. So it is actually the twilight time is meant for prayers and meditation. Uh, we see that how when this is not followed by mother mother Diti, and then she approaches her husband, and then he was engaged in this, in his Sandhya uh, Vandanam, Sandhya Pujan, and then on her request repeatedly, uh, he gives up, and then uh, you know had a physical contact with her. But what happens from there? Sansarga, a demon is uh, you know take demons have taken birth. So that's why the evening twilight time is meant for meditation and prayers. Okay. Then the second part which is mentioned is asura, you know, quality being described here, that they uh, were enchanted by this twilight, thinking of her as a woman, and attacked her and then seized her. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you know, Dau bhuta sargau loke asmin daiva asura evacha. There are two types of um, living entities in this world. There are just two. Um, what are those? Either daiva or the asura. Now, what is the meaning of daiva and what is the meaning of asura? The Prabhupada explains in the purport that uh, daiva are those who are aligned to scriptures. Their activities are aligned to Krishna. Their activities are aligned to scriptures. They are following the Vedas, Veda Samvat. And then, who are the Asuras? They are Veda Vimukh. They are against the scriptures, against the guidance of the scriptures. So now the thought may come that, okay, then any attachment, any attraction towards opposite sex is going to be wrong. And it's because in the context of the verse, it's saying that asuras actually were attracted by this twilight, thinking of her as a woman, and seized her. But if we see the example in the Shastra, even Arjuna, was, especially I was reading this last time yesterday, how Subhadra Mai was abducted by Arjuna. So if we look at the scenario, Arjuna was actually traveling all over India at various holy places, and he was in the vesh of a sadhu. And looking at him, Lord Balram invited him to have prasadam at his place. And when he looked at Mother Subhadra, Arjuna was attracted by her beauty. And even Mother Subhadra was attracted towards Arjuna. But Lord Balram was to marry Mother Subhadra to Duryodhana. He wanted that union to happen. But Krishna wanted Arjuna to marry. Now, what to do in this case? So we see that Arjun abducted Mother Subhadra. So the question asked by Parikshit Maharaj, it's in the 10th canto, 86th chapter. Nice pastime. So there we see that it's not against the scriptures, but there has to be uh, control. There has to be uh, shastra vidit, uh, sense gratification as per the scriptures, as it is described in the scriptures. Um, that brings us to what it means. One who is attracted towards sense gratification, uh, especially with the opposite sex, should get married, and then uh, in a controlled fashion, without attachment to it, should uh, follow the grihastha life, not the grihamedhi life. The difference between grihastha and grihamedhi is very simple. For the grihamedhi, the center of life is the sense gratification. But for the grihastha, uh, center of life is the serving Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and supporting the other three ashramas of uh, sannyas, vanaprasth, and brahmacharya. So those are the two main duties of a grihastha. And then Prabhupada explains that marriage means, he's quoting Shastra that putrayate kriyate bharya. Putrayate. For the why one should have marriage, bharya means wife. So to get a son. Now, why it is important to get son? Because putra pinda prayojanam. Sometimes what happens that maybe because of some karma, the father may go to the hellish planet. But then there is this Shraddha ceremony, which will be done by son, where Lord Vishnu is worshipped, and then offered bhoga, and then that prasadam is offered to forefathers. And with that, if they are in the Bhuta Yoni or some other hellish planet, by accepting that prasad, which is Mahaprasad, they can get rid of their sins and get a suitable body, and then from there can actually get liberated. Yeah? So that's the main purpose of being married. Putra Pinda Prayojanam. Similarly, there's another verse. Punnamano narkadi yasmat trayate iti putra. The definition of putra is given. Punnamano. There is a Punnamano narkad. There is a hellish planet, Naraka, whose name is Punnamano. And then Yasmat, from there, Trayate, delivers iti putra. That's the putra who delivers from the hellish planet. So it's very important that being a son, one should take care of these duties. Though, those who are into the devotional life, Krishna takes care of all these. We all know it's important was Sarvdharman Paritajya Mamekam Sharanam Bhaja Aham Tam Sarvapapebhyo Mokshishyami Na Mashuchaha. So Krishna is saying, I'll take care of you. And by you, sorry, by you, it means you and your family both, because we we can see the example of Prahlad Maharaj, where even though Hiranyakashipu was demoniac in nature, because of Prahlad Maharaj being Bhakta, he uh, accepted and he delivered Hiranyakashipu. Similarly, in case of Dhruva Maharaj, how at the end of his uh, time, even his mother was also uh, taken, uh, delivered, and was uh, accepted by Vishnu Duta. So, just by being in the devotional service, uh, one's duties are automatically performed. Srila Prabhupada says that if one is not a devotee, no matter what, uh, if one is Krishna Vimukh, then cannot have any good qualities. Okay. So that's very important to understand. So with that, I'm not sure if we are over, but I'd like to stop here and see if, we have 7 minutes or so still left. So we can see if there are any questions, comments, corrections, and we can do the discussion. Looks like no question. So over to you, Madhupati Prabhu. I think we finished early today.
Haribo, 7 minutes early. Any questions? You jago. People are hearing or sleeping or.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, it is nice class, Prabhuji, about the importance of Grihastha, about how we should not be attached, and even the families for uplifting for the progress in the spiritual life, how we can be escaped even from the hellish planets through family life, also through Grihastha life. Also, it is very nicely explained. Yeah, usually they do Shraddha ceremony or not Shraddha ceremony for a 15 days period or 30 days period after a person dies, right? So we have two conflicts here. The soul, it will wander and it will be pacified after 15 days or 30 days, whatever we do the ceremony that will lead them calm down, or it will elevate them. But according to Bhagavad Gita, it is said that yam yam vapismaran bhavam, whatever the consciousness it will reach, it will be taken to the another body or certain destination. So how can we understand whether the soul immediately travel or it will take time, and how the destiny will be decided for the soul after the passes from the body? If you have anybody else also.
So, Mataji, as we read in this particular, I was reading from Srila Prabhupada's discussion about sun and so here he's actually it's good that I read it here, but your question is specific about whether the sun, whether the soul immediately is departed, or or it is still there. So from that, Mataji, we can do these sanskaras. These sanskaras are very important, and then one of the sanskaras we call Antyeshti or Antim sanskara. That's also very important, and that has purificatory benefits to the departed soul, and that's why we do that. So no matter where that soul is, through the sanskara, through the via medium of Krishna, uh, the benefits can be uh, sent to the soul. For example, here this particular verse which I read, Punnamano narkadyasmat krayati iti putra. What does that mean? Is that soul is already in a naraka called Pun, and then even from there it is delivered. So whether whether the soul is wandering there because of the previous attachment and then takes birth as some jiva in the house. We have heard that those who are very attached to their house, their family members, then after the death they may wander as a ghost there, or may take birth as a snake. All that is okay, but our focus is that after by following these shastra sanskaras, we can still deliver them. So that's what I was thinking. Madhupati Prabhu or others, please correct, or you want to add?
A very quick thing on that. I think Guru Jayadutta Maharaj one time mentioned that as soon as person passes, he leaves his body, the transmigration takes place immediately. Right, it's explained. The transmigration takes place immediately. But then we have, as you mentioned, the 15 days and this and that. Yes, and as Akhilesh Krishna was mentioning, wherever the soul is, he gets benefit. So, though on the material level, the time is considered immediately, but still the journey of the soul is there. Depending upon the consciousness, he may get the next body, but the journey of the soul is still there. That's where we see that during that Shraddha ceremony, you offer different articles to the Brahmana, like umbrella, and, slippers, or footwear, and this and that, so that journey is still there. So, for us to comprehend how simultaneously it can happen, it's difficult, but that's what they explain. It's transmigration is immediate, and still the journey is there.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Akhilesh Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead, the auspicious day of Sattila Ekadasi, minimally fasting from grains and beans and increasing our Krishna consciousness. There will be Ekadasi Kirtan in the evening from 7 to 9 p.m. at the temple. You are most welcome to attend. The Parna time, the fast breaking time for tomorrow.
7:16 to 10:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. 7:16 to 10:30 a.m. Yes. Already. On that note, we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimho, Jai Nrsimho, Jai Jai Nrsimho, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugravira Mahavishnu, Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham, Nrsimham Vishnam Bhadram Nityam Nityam Namamiham. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu bhaya vacha patitanam pavane bhayo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavinda ki jai, Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande,
Hari Bol.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.